Crashing with Friends Podcast.
Welcome to Crashing with Friends podcast. I'm your host, Jackson Brayman. To my right and your left, Connor Hobbs.
What's up?
Right over to my other left and your right, Kyle Hobbs.
Like and subscribe!
Hey, you didn't even give me a chance to say it, bro.
My name's Kyle!
All right, well, now that the like and subscribe is taken care of, we got Erick Broadnax.
Hey, what's up?
Bruh. It's been a good week so far, guys. How's your week? How's your week? Kyle, how's your week going, man?
I love it when we start with Connor. Connor's a good primer.
He's a primer.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with my week.
How do you feel about being primer?
I feel prime. That's just prime. Yeah, it's a good week so far. Last weekend, got to play some disc golf with Kyle, Bo, and their children, which it was nice because I think they were so distracted with the kids that I shot the best and had a really good day, and they didn't have a very good day. They both quit counting, which is usually a good sign for me because I don't usually quit counting. So it was a good day. It felt really good just having the disc come out of the hand and then just shooting my putts with confidence, you know, just not even thinking twice, just pretending like I was playing catch with somebody, you know. So that was really nice. But yeah, I've been watching Young Justice on HBO Max, rewatching that mainly because of Blue Beetle. He shows up in season 2, and after watching that trailer the other day, I'm like, man, I need some Blue Beetle. So I'm like, Young Justice. But yeah, I just got to season 2, and that's pretty good. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that, but it's definitely worth checking out.
I've not watched Young Justice yet, so
Yeah, it's really good.
Bits and pieces of it, so yeah, that's pretty good.
It's kind of like Justice League Unlimited, I would say.
Right.
Because when it went from Justice League to Justice League Unlimited, it kind of like the show kind of evolved in a lot of ways, and it's kind of got the same vibe, but it's just like what the Young Justice were doing, and there's a lot of Justice League in there too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, also watching Bad Batch season 2 on Disney Plus, which it's okay. It's not terrible, but it's okay. Star Wars stuff. It seems like they're really trying to explain like the phasing out of the clone troopers and then the emergence of the stormtroopers and like how that got done and why the clones were phased out. So that's kind of interesting if you're really into that, I guess. Kind of like describing what happened to whatever that Camino, right? That's where the cloners were. Okay, explains what happened to Camino and stuff like that. So it's okay. I'm still working my way through it. Watching NBA basketball a lot while playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, replaying that. So yeah, it's been a really good week.
nice. Kyle, how's your week?
Well, my week's been pretty good.
How does it feel to be coming after primer?
I'm a good beta. Yeah.
So I thought I was like a primer, like a layer of paint, and you were gonna be like the first technical layer of paint.
Okay.
Or something. What kind of primer was I before we get to
you?
You
were like
I was gonna say like, yeah, you're primer paint.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
We have to lay you down first so that the colors can come out in everybody else.
Right.
I think the word primer is probably one of us should look up the definition.
Primer?
Yeah, but I think primer
Let's
is
all
just
look it up.
It's just a pre-step. You know, I think that's
Okay.
really all primer
It could-
means.
There's multiple definitions, I would think, right?
Yeah. I think I'm a good second to third voice when you hear it.
That's okay. I agree.
Yeah. Having edited 81 of these, I don't enjoy hearing my voice first. I like hearing it third. Yeah.
You like the octaves to go down, like go from a higher down to you,
Yeah.
not start with that low.
And that means we have to finish on Erick, if that's what we're doing. Dude's got the lowest voice of the whole podcast.
Oh, man.
So that means we wished him with a Jackson second and me third. Me third.
So wait, do I have the highest voice? Is that what you're saying?
Between you and Jackson, probably. Yeah, you guys.
I got the highest voice.
Of course, man.
Yeah. So what did primer mean?
A substance used as a preparatory coat on previously unpainted wood. And then you got a cap or cylinder containing a compound which responds to friction or an electrical impulse and ignites the charge. Small pump for pumping fuel to prime an internal combustion engine. And
That
a
could work.
molecule that serves as a starting material for a polymerization process.
Okay.
I want the
That's it.
explosive one. Let's go with the explosive one.
Yeah, Connor's the primer for my boom.
Cool. Tell us about that boom.
I've been watching Ted Lasso, which is fantastic so far this season.
I'm one episode behind. I haven't watched this week episode.
Me either. Yeah. Been watching Succession, which this new episode of Succession was just insane.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
Have you checked that out yet, Eric?
No, I
Not yet.
haven't, man. What is it on?
HBO Max.
Okay, I'm about to check it out. Succession.
Yeah, Succession. It's just
Like-
dark comedy. It's just you definitely don't want to watch it with the kids around.
All right, yeah, I'll wait till they go to sleep.
It's a really, really serious drama, though. A lot of crazy betrayals and stuff.
Every week we say the main character's name, Logan Roy. We never say his name. His name is Brian Cox, and it drives me nuts when I'm editing. I'm like, his name is Brian Cox.
Yeah.
Like, why do we ever?
I've thought
say
of that
his name?
too. Yeah.
He also does the voice for the McDonald's commercials. The ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does those voices. He also put the adamantium inside Wolverine. in
That's what
X-Men.
we really know him from. Yeah.
Yeah, Stryker. But yeah, Succession is just continues to be one of the best shows. It's just so wickedly funny, you know. But also I've been watching obviously Mandalorian, which this newest episode was just I loved it.
Hey, Kyle, how's the Mando?
So good.
It is pretty dope.
So good, man. So good. Have you, Eric, any Mando? You're
No, I
good,
don't
good on the
watch
Star
that.
Wars
Yeah, I
stuff?
don't watch Star Wars.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's all good.
What about Star Trek?
No, I don't watch that either.
What about space? Nah, man.
What's the nerdiest you get?
And probably Dragon Ball, the whole
Dragon
Dragon
Ball?
Ball series.
They go to space on that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's space involved.
Right on.
Dragon Ball's great, dude.
It is, man. I love it.
Did you watch Super?
Yeah, I watched a lot of it. I haven't finished it.
Haven't
yet, though.
finished? Okay.
Yeah.
It's worth it, man. Once you get to the Tournament of Power, like the last season, that's where it's like
It picks up.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's like it's what you want.
Yeah, I'm about to check it out.
Hell yeah.
And I've been playing some Super Mario 64. My youngest son Cohen is like super into Mario right now. So constantly he's like, Mario? Play Mario? Play Mario? And he'll say it, about 15 times in a row until I do it. So yeah, it's been fun playing Mario 64. It's crazy playing that game because I haven't replayed it since I've only ever played it one time, and that was, when we were like, I don't know, 7 or 8, something like that. Whenever it came out.
Game.
Yeah. And in 64. And playing it now, like so many of the missions, I'm just getting them first try, running straight to where the star is.
Yeah.
Like, well, especially on the first like
The first level, yeah.
the first level, and then the snow level right afterwards, like the race and all that crap. You know?
Yeah.
Like one of the missions on the snow level is bring the baby penguin back to its mom. Did that within seconds. It's like I know where all this is. Like it was so weird. I haven't played that game in 25 years. And it was just like bang, 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 bang. Had like 8 stars within 20 minutes. It was just like blasting through it. Yeah, man. It was it's what are the odds? A great game. Mars
Why is he
64.
playing 64? Why isn't he playing like Odyssey or something?
Cohen?
Yeah.
Well, I'm playing a lot of these games through emulator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't have Odyssey through emulator, so I just
Okay.
been playing just the GameCube ones and the no, not GameCube. No, that Mario game sucks. What's
Sunshine?
that? Mario Sunshine. No, I've been playing Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and then Super Mario 64, and then also been playing Mario Kart Double Dash for GameCube.
That game's baller, man.
The game's
I
really
love that.
fun. Yeah, but he's really been enjoying that hardcore. But other than that, not too much going on in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Eric?
Yeah, man, my week's been pretty good. Typical week, man. Just been, working, getting home, helping my wife take care of our boys, and playing Call of Duty, playing games, and the Thunder Pelicans playing game was great. That was back and forth the entire time, and I'm just glad that we're moving on and we have a chance of making the playoffs if we beat Minnesota tonight. So hopefully we can, play together as a team and stop their bigs and, get into the playoffs.
So this podcast comes out Monday night at 5:00. You just want to go ahead and assume the Thunder won it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
I'm going to claim it.
That Thunder game Friday night was great. They won.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to claim it right now.
Who are they moving on to?
Denver.
Denver? Yeah, they got him.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All in all, it's been a pretty good week though. Like I said, work's been great. The weather's beautiful. It's been a beautiful week all week long. And taking the boys to the park, taking my oldest son to his soccer practices and all that good stuff. So it's been a great week. No complaints there.
Nice. He's pretty good at soccer.
Yeah, he's picking up on that. They're teaching him like the fundamentals and the basics of it. And, he's doing pretty good though. Proud of him.
Nice.
Soccer's fun, man, but I couldn't run in the cold, so it stopped me,
Yeah, I can't do any outside cold sports either, man. It's just, the cold air and the lungs. It's not a good mix.
It's like if the games were only at like 70 degrees or higher, I probably would have stuck with soccer, but that one season was enough for me. I'm like, I can't keep doing it, But I love soccer. It's fun kicking balls, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Does he also play like basketball or anything?
He's been played soccer, basketball. He's done football, and he's done floor hockey too. So we're trying to let him explore what everything basically while he's young, and so whenever he gets older, he'll know exactly what he likes. So we're just letting him explore, and whatever he chooses to play, we're going to support him. So yeah.
And he's developing moves in other sports that he could maybe translate a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. So soccer, man, that's good for it'll translate in just about anything you play.
Oh yeah, footwork, man. That's a 101 for every sport, right?
Exactly.
You should get into tap dancing next.
That'd be one tall tap dancer,
dude. In Kobe Bryant's book, the Mom Mentality book, he specifically talks about he took off some time and just did tap dancing. Because he had some injury, so he couldn't shoot. So he's just like, all right, I'm going to do tap dancing this summer.
That explains a lot, though, because he had, some of the best footwork in the NBA, history-wise. He had, this great footwork, so I can see him doing that.
Mm-hmm. Some of the best fighters have great feet, They don't just stand still. They're constantly moving,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Jackson, how's your week been, man?
And how's your feet? How them feet moving?
Feet are good, bro. Week's been pretty good. I've watched several different shows. Watched Succession, which mind blowing. What happened in that episode. I'm not going to spoil it because if you haven't watched Succession, you got to. It's so good. It's a 10 out of 10 show.
It's crazy.
But I also watched 2 different animes. One of them I really, really enjoyed. It was called Shiki.
Is anime plural already?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It stands for animation, right?
Yeah. 2 animes. I don't know. Animes. I think they go. I don't know.
I think it's fine to make it plural, right?
I think it's just anime. I don't think
I've ever seen an anime, so I think it's just anime.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
it sounds.
I'm trying to make
sounds
Jackson
wrong.
feel good about himself and build his self-esteem over here.
You questioning me is fucking my brain up.
He can have animes.
It's causing me serious psychological harm.
It's okay, Jackson. Your animes are okay.
Yeah, get on. Go off your animes.
Yo, so I watched Shiki. It's really dope anime. It's kind of like Salem's Lot. Group of vampire moves to a vampires. My bad. That was actually plural. But a group of vampires move to this small secluded village, and yeah, they just keep taking out more and more people. Unlike other vampire rules, it's not set up to where okay, if you get bit by a vampire, you automatically die right then and there and then become a vampire. Like some of them like become vampire and some of them don't.
Okay.
And about halfway through it, like one of the guys in the town, he finds out like, oh shit, this is not like I don't know, like an epidemic that's killing all these people. This is something more malevolent than that. And it just keeps it's like really good at just building tension and tension and tension up to like the last 3 or 4 episodes. And then that's when all hell breaks loose. Like it doesn't go good for the villagers or the vampires there. Like everything just gets fucked. So
Sounds fun.
like it was definitely worth the ride. But this other one that I watched, it was like 6 episodes long. It was called like Rin, Daughters of Nemosin or whatever. I don't know. It's a really hard word to say it like at the end of it. It's like Mnemosyne. But that was fucking wild. Like I don't know why I watched it all the way to the end, because the entire time I was just like, what am I watching here? It's about this chick detective. I guess as far as like anime girls, I guess it probably like super fine. Like if I was an anime guy, I don't know.
You're trying to tell me you're not?
I'm not an actual anime character. Not
Okay.
yet. Not yet.
So you're trying to tell me she wasn't hot then?
I don't know. Maybe she was.
She's hot.
She was hot.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
By anime standards. She was hot. But she is this like, kind of like a immortal being. She ate like the fruit, like the, like the, from the Bible, like the forbidden fruit type thing. There's like some of this stuff that's like, I guess still around, or it might be metaphorical. I don't know. They really do a bad job of explaining it. But if you're a female, you eat this fruit, you become immortal. And like no one can kill you and stuff like that, except for the males that eat the fruit. When the males eat it, they become, I mean, in the anime, they call them angels. But they don't look like angels at all. They get like fucking sharp teeth and like blood red wings. And they're like all, they look more like demons. But here's the weird part. If you're like the female with the forbidden fruit and you see these angels, you are absolutely compelled to want to have sex with them.
Oh my God.
And the angels are like praying mantises, where after sex, they're like, all right, time to kill the partner or whatever. So the entire time they're like, no, I can't, no, you can't, I can't let you fudge me or whatever. And then like, basically like she has to like overcome like the feelings of like not screwing them and then kill them before she gives into that.
Okay.
But there's one main bad guy in the show who is a hermaphrodite guy that ate.
Oh my God.
He's got both, but he's not 100% female, not 100% male. And because of that, he is both. He is immortal and an angel type dude. And he just lives to like collect the fruits from everybody else. Because whenever you eat it, it gets like stored in your body to where they can just take it out of you and then eat it for themselves, which is a really weird concept.
And it has its power, more or less? He's
Yeah.
gaining power the whole time?
Their power and their memories.
Okay.
It contains like all their memories and stuff. And so
Okay.
this one dude just lives to just freaking dangle his hands. And whenever it pops, it looks like it's busting a testicle kind of.
Oh my God.
And the stuff that's inside it looks like the stuff that's inside of a testicle. So
That's fucked
I
up.
was like, this is such a fucking weird show. It ends just like, any other kind of like battle like that. Like the girl ends up like overcoming the guy. But one of the wildest points of this show is like it shows this dude, and he's the bad guy of the show. He's sitting on this throne. It's like a Game of Thrones throne, But instead of like swords of like the people he's in, it's like of all the like nude chicks that he ate the fruits of.
Oh my God.
And it's like in such a fucking weird shape because it's like a force field around him, and then they're all just stuck in there. And he just sits on it. Yeah. So if you want to watch a really fucking weird out there show with some risque parts in it, I wouldn't call it a hentai show at all. It's not a hentai.
They just want to have sex. They don't actually have sex.
There's a couple parts. It's like you wouldn't call what's it called? with Tetsuo, and he turns into the big old giant blob. I forget the name of it all of a sudden.
Inside?
No,
Akira?
Akira. Yeah, it's like Akira. It's like there's nudity in it, but it's not.
Okay.
It's not
Okay,
that.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So
It's not effin'. It's
yeah, what?
Tasteful.
It's not what?
effin'.
Oh,
The
okay.
F word
I thought you said
in.
effin'. I was like, what's effin'?
Ethanol, bro. It's effin'.
But yeah, so I watched those two animes. I highly recommend Shiki. It was really good. I watched it in less than 24 hours, and there's 22 episodes of it.
Damn.
So I started it early in the morning, and I just kept watching it all freaking day and didn't stop.
That's dangerous, bro.
It was freaking good.
That's dangerous.
Other than that, I've been playing replaying the Star Wars game, Jedi Fallen Order, and it's so fun.
It really is fun, man.
Like, story is really good. Like you said, Cal, the character, is kind of meh.
He's all right.
He's not, I don't hate him. I don't like, I'm like, I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's all right.
Right there in the middle.
Yeah.
But everything else but that game is great.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my week. I'll go ahead and stop talking.
Cool.
Well, you guys want to get into some topics?
Yeah, get to the topics.
Let's do it.
Well, the NBA season is at the end of it.
Meh.
Would you guys rather talk about the NBA stuff towards the end of the episode, or would you guys get into some just random topics right now?
I'm cool with the
Yeah, let's
NBA.
go ahead and get into the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's the meat, right? That's the meat we want to get to.
that's the meat. There are some weird or funny topics that we can get into as well, but we'll do the NBA first. Who do you guys think was the MVP of the season?
Man.
To be honest, man, I don't watch a lot of the
That's
regular
not the
season,
answer.
so-
No, just
How am I supposed to answer if I don't know?
I
The only team I
understand
watch
that.
is the
I
Lakers.
understand that.
So
I understand.
MVP,
I'm not
man.
asking how much you watch. I'm asking who do you think is the MVP of the season?
Giannis, I guess.
Good answer,
Yeah.
because that is a really good answer.
I'll say Giannis then.
Right. I would have said Joker from the Nuggets, but he's missed the last
Too many games, man.
Yeah.
too many games. Who would you say, man?
Go with Zion because he's the reason on why we're advancing.
Zion.
Oh my
He
God.
didn't play.
He's my personal MVP. No,
Fitzpatrick was my MVP the year that he got us the second seed. So
oh man. But on a serious note, I would have to go with probably Giannis as well because that man is he's relentless. Like he doesn't stop, and he's having another hell of a year.
Right.
It's pretty much the only other guy's Embiid, right? That's fighting for it.
Yeah.
I think Embiid's gonna end up winning it.
Because he hasn't gotten one yet, right?
Yeah.
And you know how NBA writers are. They're just like, well, we've given, 2 to Kobe or, 1 to Kobe. We don't need to give him any more.
Right.
Kobe got robbed.
And it's the same thing with LeBron. You could probably give it to LeBron his first 15 years in the league. You probably could have gave it to him every year.
same with Michael Jordan, probably.
Right.
Yeah, I'd have to say Giannis for sure is probably the best bet just because of like what I've heard and what I've seen. I haven't seen a whole lot of the Bucks or the 76ers, but I'm not a huge Embiid fan, I think he's kind of like I don't know, I wouldn't say soft, but he's like, I don't think he takes it as seriously as like a lot of other people,
I mean, you can make an argument for him because he has dominant. He's putting up crazy numbers, but like then again, you can hit him with the same thing you hit Joker with. He really hasn't been there the entire time. He's missed like a handful of games, and that's what's holding him back, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The best
I agree.
ability is availability.
Exactly, and the rule they're going to next year, which I like, I think that the players have to play a minimum of 64 games in order to be in discussion for any award, that's fair. Because I don't feel like you should be able to miss 30 or 40 games and then come back and win MVP or win anything. That's not fair.
I agree.
or defensive player of the year
Yeah.
or any of that. Yeah. I would say Embiid should win it, even with his games missed, but really it should be Giannis because Giannis has beat them,
Oh yeah.
and Giannis usually dominates Embiid when he plays against him,
He does.
which is which is a pretty big factor.
Yeah, that matters. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting dominated, dog, by the other guy. So yeah, I'd say probably Giannis. Yeah,
Is Embiid more of a defensive guy? Is that
He can score. He has moves, man. He can
Yeah.
shoot. He has great footwork for a big. Like you should watch some of his footwork. It's crazy.
he does have
handle
good
it,
footwork.
and he can handle the rock too. He's an all-around player.
I've seen him play a few games. I just haven't seen him play enough, I guess, But I've seen a lot of Giannis.
Oh yeah, like he hardly misses.
It's crazy seeing how Giannis looked when he first came in the league versus how he looks now.
Yeah, dude was just like, I don't know, he's just tall and thin, and now he's just like, he's a monster now, though. Like, if you get in this way, it's nothing you can do. He's gonna like run like right through you. It's a big dude.
Yeah,
I get like LeBron vibes of just like how built he is,
Oh yeah. At the
Certain
same
guys.
time, he's like 7 foot tall too, though. So that's even crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. LeBron's what, like 6'8", 6'9"?
Mm-hmm.
and what's crazy also is that year that they won the championship, the Bucks. Like, what was it, Game 5? He hyperextended his knee,
Oh, yeah, dude.
and it looked
still-
bad. Like, they showed the replays, and it looked bad. You know what I'm saying? And dude came back and freaking dominated, man. Like,
And he got that Kobe mentality.
yeah.
Like when he's on the court and he's on a mission. Like, I mean, he has no friends on that court. If you're in his way, he's gonna go right through you every time. And I mean, he's tough. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you hardly see that nowadays in the league.
Right. So this question's how do you think the NBA season went? Do you think it was a good season? Do you think it was a mediocre season?
I think it was a great season, man. It was just like a bunch of teams. I mean, it was like an unexpected season is what I mean, like just like looking at it, like the Sacramento Kings, like who expected them to be like the third seed out west?
Right.
Who expected Dallas not to even make the playoffs?
They were in the 4th seed when they made that trade for
Yes,
Kyrie.
it was a horrible trade. And I said it never went down. I was like, it's either going to be really good or really bad. But I said, I'm thinking it's going to be really bad. I was like, because I don't think Kyrie can coexist with Luka because they both need the ball.
And they traded away all their defense, right?
All of it. Because, I mean, Luka doesn't play defense. Kyrie's not going to play defense. And so, I mean, it was a bonehead move, I think.
You got to think it was probably the owner that made that move.
Oh, yeah, they want like another star to pair with Luka. But, I mean, if you're going to pair a star, you got to pair someone who can exist with them. You can't just pair anyone with them.
Right. A small and a big, that's the best bet.
You can't pair two dominant guards together. It's not going to end well.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of them's at least got to be able to spot up shoot like crazy if that is the case,
Exactly.
I think it was a good season. I think at least the regular season. I think that because of this play-in tournament, that has made this last 2 months of the season just
Interesting.
Yeah.
and must watch if you're an NBA fan.
Because, I mean, if you like you said, like the last couple of months, you look like from that 5th seed all the way down to like the 11th, it was just like within 2-3 games apart from each other, which is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that close.
It's insane, man. One day you'd be the 6th seed, the next day you're the 9th or 10th
Yeah.
seed. It's like, what?
Crazy.
It's like the combination of that and just so many crazy trades that just completely change teams. Like the Mavericks and the Lakers, just watching those teams like switch.
One went really well and the other went down south.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And which I wasn't a huge fan of like the Lakers trade. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't a huge fan of what all they did at first, but I mean it worked. I didn't think it was gonna work, but like it worked out though. I was proven wrong.
Right. And also we forgot about KD going to the Suns.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
He's still getting back into rhythm. Like I've seen he's been doing pretty good. It's surprising because like that ankle tweak is kind of weird.
Yeah, that man just went for like a layup and slid on thin air. And
I've done that same thing. So
I've done that same thing in warm-ups for basketball games. Almost every game. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's Kyle rolling his ankle
Yeah,
again.
just tweak that. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking they are like the favorite to win it all. Though. I mean, because it's going to be hard to stop KD, Devin Booker,
Chris Paul,
and Ayton. You know,
yeah.
in a 7-game series. So I mean, like,
They also have
Yeah.
Payne too, right?
yeah, they got Payne, and they have Terrence Ross coming off the bench. They have a pretty decent squad.
sure do.
Too.
Yeah, campaign is good, man.
Can they stay healthy? That's the main
That's the
thing.
question. If they can, they're going to be tough to beat. Especially with Chris Paul, he's one of the best point guards to play the game, and he's just out there facilitating. He doesn't even have to score; just have to get Devin Booker, KD, Ayton the ball, and he'll get like little easy threes because like they're gonna KD and Booker are gonna draw so much attention because I mean it's KD and Devin Booker.
Right. You got to do something about those guys.
yeah.
And it's like you said, it's mainly if Chris Paul can stay healthy and not pull a hamstring like he does in every single
yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Like what's like 2018 where
When he played with the Rockets?
Yes, he pulled that like the hamstring in the finals. I mean, like in the Western Conference Finals against the Warriors. That pissed me off so
They
bad.
should have won that series.
They
man.
were whipping the Warriors every single time, and then like Chris Paul, he goes out and it just threw like the whole series. It changed the balance of the whole series. Mm-hmm. I was so mad.
It's insane, man. Chris Paul should have, I don't know, easily 2 to 3 championships by now.
Exactly, man. He just can't stay healthy whenever it matters the most.
That Rockets team was so good too, especially when the league was still letting James Harden do that step back.
Yeah, they were tough, man. Who else they had? They had Harden, Chris Paul, Eric Gordon. I'm trying to think of that squad. They had a pretty good squad though.
And then they had what's that big man from? He's on the Hawks now.
Clint Capella.
Clint Capella, yeah.
And dude was just down there like just snatching every board that came there. I mean, they had a great team for years to come. But I mean, they underachieved, just like the Clippers always do.
Yep. James Harden just seems to shrink in the big moments as well.
Man,
Yeah.
He's still on the Sixers, right?
yeah, Harden.
Yeah. I could see either them or the Bucks, Philly, or the Celtics winning the East.
Exactly. There's no one else is really close. I mean, you can make an argument for the Cavaliers, but I don't think they could beat any of those teams you just named in a series. Just too much firepower.
Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think the 2 teams in the finals are going to be?
I was just about to ask that question.
I'm thinking it's going to be like probably the Celtics and the Suns.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Who do you think, Connor?
Man, my heart says the Lakers, but my head says probably the Suns. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
And-
keep thinking too. And it's just because Lakers have been inconsistent. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
I would say the Celtics, but they just haven't really shown me that they can get over the hump. I mean, they have gotten to the finals recently, but they have, right? Wasn't it like a year? Last year? Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah, I say the Celtics come back and they win it over the Suns.
Kyle's just like, Lakers win it all, baby. He's like, I go with my heart with everything. So
All I think about in my head is Celtics having 18 championships, Lakers only having 17, and I'm like,
Make you sick, huh?
I just want to throw up.
Yeah, we got to win, man.
It's like I said 2 episodes ago. If AD can play lights out and play MVP ball like he should play,
Right.
and doesn't get hurt, and the last 3 games he played against Memphis, he averaged like 25 and 20, something like that, or 25
Yeah, something crazy. Yeah.
some stupid stat. But
Yeah.
2 of those games he got 30 points. So if he can do that against Memphis, do that against the Suns or whoever we play in the second round, I think Lakers can make it, dude. I'd like to see.
Argument, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to see Lakers Suns in the Western Conference Finals so bad. I want to see Bron versus KD.
That'd be cool.
That would be
Bad,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be crazy.
because the last time we saw Bron KD was in 2018, and that was in the finals.
They went at each other.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, such a good series too, man. Such a good series. Jackson, who would you say is is going to be in the end the two teams.
I'm agreeing with both them. Now I would like the Lakers to be in the finals. It's just like you said, if what you said happens, I think the Lakers go to the finals. If not, then no.
It's just 2 months of basketball.
Yeah, it's a long time to stay healthy and be on a roll, you know.
Yeah, it is.
You can only drop a game here and there, really, you know.
Right.
I got Shannon Sharp's voice just going through my head right now. It's like the Lakers been inconsistent, Skip.
Mainly AD. AD
But
is
since-
inconsistent.
Yeah, it all rides on AD's shoulder. Cause I mean,
Sure
you know,
does.
Bron, he's gonna go out there. He's gonna get his.
It sure is.
And I mean, it just depends on AD. If he shows up, they have a really great chance of making a good push. But if he doesn't, then I mean, they're either gonna be like a first or second round exit, which I think they shouldn't lose to Memphis. But it all depends on him.
Mm-hmm.
How far do you see the Thunder making it?
I can see us if we can win a night. Well, when we win a night,
There you go.
I think that we probably won't make it out of the first round. I think we can probably like at least take 2 games from Denver.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have all the pieces right now just to make a strong push, man. We have a great team. Like they're young and hungry, but I don't think we're just not there yet.
Yeah.
We really need like a big. Because I was watching like the game the other night, and we were getting ate up on the inside from boards and everything else. We don't have a true big man.
Mm-hmm.
You will next year.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we all have like a more of a presence next year. But still, he's just like he's really really thin too.
Yeah. What am I saying? That guy's pencil thin. He's not.
I'm saying like so if you go against like Giannis or Joker or Embiid, they're gonna like just push him around like he's nothing.
Right. What's his name?
He got hurt.
Chad Holmgren or something.
Chad Holmgren. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Didn't he get hurt at the beginning of the year, like preseason
He got
or something?
hurt like in the pro-am. Like
Didn't
he
he
like LeBron like bumped into him and he did something to like
Yeah.
his foot or something.
Did
Yeah.
he get a Liz Frank injury?
Something like that. 'Cause I
Yeah,
think
it's with like the
Liz
bone
Frank?
in the middle of your foot, like breaks or something like that.
Because he was getting back on defense in the pro-am and Braun ran into him. And I guess like he landed on his foot wrong and he did something to his foot.
Braun, man.
Maybe with the time off, he'll be able to put on some muscle, you
I
know?
hope so, man. Because I mean, if we can get him playing good and get him a little stronger, bigger, we're gonna be like a force in the future, man. Because we got like 15 first-round picks over like the next couple of seasons, which is insane.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
What's your guys' GM's name?
Sam Presti,
He's just such a good GM, dude.
he is, man. Like he
didn't get enough credit for having all 3 of those guys in the same team.
no, he didn't at all. So I mean, like because the Thunder they've been in Oklahoma City since '08. We've had like a few bad seasons, but all in all, man, we've had like a really good team ever since we've been there. And I mean, like we currently we're rebuilding. I think we started rebuilding in 2021. We had like a couple of bad seasons, and I mean we have like the opportunity to be in the playoffs now, so that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are ahead of schedule.
Oh yeah, way ahead of schedule. I'm just glad we didn't I'm just glad that we didn't Sacramento Kings it and missed the playoffs for like 16, 17 straight years.
I just don't see
Yeah.
them beating the Warriors, man. I don't see it. They're too young.
And I don't know, man. I could see it though.
Really?
The thing is, the Kings they got home court advantage. You know how the Warriors how they've been on the road this year, man.
Right.
And the Kings are the opposite. They've been really good on the road this year.
If the Warriors if they can't like figure out their road game woes, then like they're in trouble.
Well, Gary Payton II, he's healthy now. He's going to come
get
back and
Wiggins
play.
back, too.
They got Wiggins back. I mean, with Clay and Steph, I mean,
Clay is starting to look like Clay again too.
right. I trust them, man. Like they're my secondary Western Conference team for sure.
I mean, like I don't. This is crazy. I mean, like the Warriors, they can look like dog crap all year long. But then whenever the season, like the playoffs start, like they turn it on. They did last year.
Steve Kerr knows the right things to say to him to get him to like stab him in the side. You know,
Oh, yeah,
he's
you can-
really good at being like, these guys suck. I don't know what to say. You know, like, Steph sucks. You know, like
Like you can never count them guys out.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, shoot, he prodded Michael Jordan enough to where Michael Jordan punched him in the
Oh,
face
yeah.
in a practice. Like, I can only imagine how nippy Steve Kerr is, man.
You probably know exactly how to get in people's hand. I can see it.
Gosh, yeah, man. Those little guys, yeah. You got a mouse in the house.
Hey, that may be so, but we got the biggest mouths too, you know?
Most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Strong brow as well. Let's see here. What do you guys want to go to next?
I'll go home. Eat some din din.
I saw a part of it where we were going to talk about making a Mount Rushmore for the NBA.
Right. So as a group, who is on this Mount Rushmore NBA? I'm gonna go ahead and start with Eric. Who do you think is a lock?
I'm biased, man. I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. So
Okay.
There we go. That's a
I think
unanimous
we're all
vote.
gonna throw that as a lock.
Oh yeah.
So we got the 8 Kobe and the 24 Kobe.
Okay. Yep.
We got Olympic Kobe.
We
Olympic Kobe. All right.
Yeah. So that's Afro Kobe.
National Kobe 33. So,
Exactly. So we have one spot available. Obviously, it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Probably.
good.
Yeah.
Kobe 3 times and Michael Jordan.
No, it's Wizards Michael Jordan.
Oh my God.
What?
The best version.
But for real though, like, for sure, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are on the Mount Rushmore.
I'd like
Agreed.
to say Kareem too. That's just
Kareem. Yeah.
cause you gotta look at like all the points he scored. Man, he did all that underneath the basket. Imagine if he was like playing like in today's league and he developed a 3-point shot. Imagine how many more points he would have scored. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy. I think he only made like 1 3 in his entire career, and he had that many points. It's crazy.
I mean, what about
Because
Bill?
he held the scoring record up until this
LeBron
year.
broke it, yeah.
Yeah.
What about Bill Walton?
I don't know, man.
No. Bill Russell.
Okay.
No, he was good, but
It's like, I don't know about that, man.
I was like,
injury shortened his career. You don't know Erick Broadnax too, do you?
I was like,
Luke Walton's better. Let's see
Yeah.
here.
Let's talk about Luke for a minute.
I mean, Bill Russell had 11 championships. How many as a player, though? Was it 7 as a player?
I want to say 7, but I'm not too for sure.
Jackson's looking it up.
what?
You're looking up championships, right?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
Another one I want to throw in there is Wilt Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain?
Wilt
okay.
still.
It's a good
I
one.
don't know, man. I just feel like it's easy, man. For me, just like Kobe, Michael, LeBron, and then who's the 4th guy? Probably who you were just saying. But then Kyle's also got a good point over here with who he's saying. So it's like, what do you guys think? Who do you guys feel are like the 3 that are like for sure for you guys?
For sure, like Kobe, Jordan, LeBron for sure.
You think LeBron too? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gotten to that point.
He's earned it at this point.
I feel, maybe not earlier in his career, but at this point in his career, I feel like he has earned it, you know?
He's definitely earned it. I'll give it to him.
What do you feel like, Kyle? Who are your 3 that you feel like are like locks for sure?
The 3 you guys have said.
Okay.
And that's recency biased on our part because we're so young.
Right.
But
for that 4th spot, if we had to put like,
for that 4th
old
spot,
school guy like
for me, it's a toss-up between
Kareem and
Kareem and Bill Russell because, man, he had 11 NBA championships.
That's
I don't
crazy.
think no one's ever going to beat that record, man.
No. And he also had 2 consecutive NCAA championships in 1955 and 1956.
Does he have any Olympic?
That's
Yes.
Kareem, right?
No, this is Bill Russell.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he captained the gold medal winning USA national basketball team at the 56 Summer Olympics.
Yeah, throw it to Bill.
Yeah.
Give it to Bill.
It feels unfair to discredit all that just because it happened a long time ago. And the league was different, but still it's basketball, you know?
Yeah, that's just, you can't take any away his accomplishments, man, because it's unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we sure about Kareem?
Kareem's the one that's like possibly who would he dethrone? Because we got Kobe and Michael as locks, and then LeBron would be the questionable person at that point. So I mean, you could let's get Kareem stats out here. Let's hear
Right
it.
now, you got me sold on Bill Russell being the 4th one.
That's a good one.
Okay, so Kareem had, let's see here. He was a 6-time NBA champion.
All right, 5 less championships.
He won 1 with the Bucks and 5.
Okay.
The rest of the Lakers.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Lakers. And he was twice voted the NBA Finals MVP.
2 MVPs. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'd probably still say Bill Russell, man. That's just too many championships.
I think I'd vote Bill Russell on this one.
Okay, Bill.
As much as I hate to put a Celtic on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be cool to get multiple Lakers on there, but we have like 3 Lakers technically.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we cool with Bill Russell?
That's a solid pick.
All right, let's lock it in.
I'm cool
Okay.
with Bill.
All right.
Bill.
Who
Bill.
is
Bill.
the
Bill.
who is the Indian guy that's on the Mount Rushmore?
The Indian guy on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, the Indian guy that's got the statue next to Mount Rushmore.
Okay, I get what
Oh.
you're saying.
The
Is it Standing Bull, Sitting Bull? What is
Sitting
it?
Bull, I
I
think.
think it's either Sitting Bull. I don't think it's Tonto.
It's not Tonto.
Is Tonto a real thing?
I think it's a real name. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's
It's Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse.
It's Crazy
okay.
Horse?
Who's our Crazy
I
Horse
was
then?
way off.
Who's our Crazy Horse?
So Kareem would be the obvious choice, right?
Kareem's the Crazy Horse.
I would say so.
Okay.
Because I don't think we had another person that would even challenge these guys. You know,
I don't think so either, man.
I forgot that once we made the memorial, we started going like all to the other stuff.
Yeah.
all right.
Who's the Washington Monument?
I'm not. Okay. I was gonna say I'm not doing George Washington Monument again.
Who's the Statue of Liberty?
Who's the statue? Allen Iverson.
Phil Jackson is the Lincoln Memorial.
God.
Yes. I like that. I don't know, man. I personally, I've always really, really liked Larry Bird.
Yeah, I wanted to put Larry Bird like somewhere.
And thought he should.
Do we want to do a poor man's Mount Rushmore or like a Mount Rushmore junior?
I don't want to call it that. I just want to keep thinking of other national monuments and be like, all right, who's this guy?
Okay.
Who's the Ark?
Then
Who's
who's
the St. Louis Ark?
who's Larry Bird's thing, Jackson? What monument you gonna give him? Larry Bird.
Let's give Larry Bird the arch, man, because he was a mean 3-point shooter,
he was a
dude.
bucket.
Okay, that's fitting.
I mean, he won a 3-point contest in his warm-ups.
Warm-ups feel good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude just came off.
I don't know about that. What?
I was saying, yeah, that was crazy. He literally just walked out there like it was nothing and just torched everybody.
Right. Walked into the locker room and said, "Which one of y'all guys is going to come in second?"
Second, yeah.
That was disrespectful, man.
Disrespectful, man.
He must have
I
been
love
feeling
his
it.
shit talk, dude.
Larry Bird is, man.
He's one of the greatest shit talkers. Oh, man. I'm going to go home. I'm going to be looking up Larry Bird shit talk now. Just so I can try to find the one line that I can't pull in my brain right now.
All it's going to pop up is a bunch of bird shit.
Bird shit.
All right. Well, that's our NBA stuff right there. Another question for you.
All right. Bring it.
What's the grossest thing you found in your food?
I think I've talked about it before. Whenever I was back when I was in living out in the house by the airport, and our pantry got infested with ants, and so I grabbed the thing
Honeycomb?
I grabbed the big bag of honeycomb that had just in it so many ants, so many ants. I just grabbed it and was like, I'm gonna eat some honeycomb right out the bag, and I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch Tila Tequila, I think is what I was watching. Sitting there in my boxers, just like, yeah, this is the life. But yeah, I probably ate like maybe at least 100 ants before I actually realized. Like, I was just like, man, this honeycomb has like a taste of paint to it for some reason. It must be old or something. And the entire time I kept having to like pick like a ant or two off me. I was like, what's going on? I was like, I know we got an ant problem in the pantry. Why are they coming over here into the living room?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It turns out like I had the hive. You know, it's like I don't know if that's what you call it. Like
You'd secretly eaten the queen, didn't realize it.
oh god, I hope I didn't eat the queen. I would probably think that the queen, like if you ate that would be you'd notice it. You know?
Right. It's probably big.
Yeah, like a big old larva thing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I forgot that we talked about that before.
Yeah, bro. It's it's not a proud moment in my life because I did it for like a full 15 or 20 minutes. So,
Hey, man, people eat bugs.
and then one day, and then or not one day, like and then just like 1 second, I just you know what? Let me look inside this bag, and it was just ants everywhere, man.
And then you got another
Like they're-
scoop full.
No, I stopped. After that, I kind of went
Oh my
like
goodness.
I didn't puke, did not puke. I took it like a man.
You thought about it. You definitely thought about
Try
it.
me off honeycomb forever. Okay,
I still eat honeycomb. You know what I'm saying, man?
I couldn't after that.
Honeycomb is just too good.
Do they make honeycomb anymore?
I don't ever see it on a cereal aisle.
Yeah,
I never see it.
I never see it in the boxes anymore. It's always in the bag.
Bags.
So
Oh,
I recently just got back into cereal. I think I'll probably get some this weekend.
cereal's dope, bro. Like I've definitely gotten back into my cereal game.
Fruit Loops, man.
Fruit Loops was great. Still, I think the strawberry honeycomb is the best.
Strawberry honeycomb.
oh yeah, that shit was dope.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep, there was this like honeycomb that was like some of like I remember when they first came out with it. It was like I don't know, one every 8 or 9 pieces would be like a strawberry piece, and then one day I went to the store and it was like all strawberry. I was like, "Are you shitting
Wow.
me, dog?"
No way.
It's like when they came out with the Captain Crunch that's all berries. It's like,
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Right?
I don't eat those crappy yellow pieces anymore that cut my mouth to
Then
shit.
they
Dude,
then they took it a step further and they were like, all berries with marshmallows, motherfucker. They're just like, man, all you need to do now is like throw honey in it for some reason. It's like at this point, like, man, how sweet are you trying to make this shit, man?
Diabetes.
Add your own sugar and syrup.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. For me, probably eating something gross was like that garlic knot that was all moldy, you know. But like finding stuff in my food, I found stuff that I just could not describe, you know, like out of like a can of like, you know, whatever, you know. It's like, what was that? Or like you know, you defrost some meat or something, and it's like, what's going on here with this meat? Like this chunk that's supposed to be like regular flesh, it's like, what's this, you know? I've had a lot of that, you know, but
Like sometimes you'll get like a piece of gristle and it'll be like a tube.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Like a sponge, like a rubbery tube.
right.
It's like, am I eating a blood vessel right now? Am I eating a heart vessel thing?
Yeah.
Like a artery? Like, what am I eating? What
Or
is
like-
this? What is this circular tube?
You'll get weird stuff in fish fillets too. It's like, what part of the fish is this? Like,
It's a knee.
yeah, it's like, what's going on here?
If you listen to Bill Burr, it's probably your rollerblades.
Yeah.
More than anything.
So, Connor had some topics this week.
Yeah, I had some. I forgot what they were, but
So,
I had some.
one of them was about things that you wish.
Oh yeah, okay. So, what do you feel like you missed out on in life because you didn't get into it at like an early age? So for me, the one that I always come up with is like musician, like any type of musical thing that I could have done at an early age. Like once you get past like 5th or 6th grade, like you can't really get into that kind of thing anymore. And I think that's kind of stupid because I feel like the older you are, the more you know like what you want to do in life. So like asking a kid to make a decision like that at such a young age of like a one instrument that you're going to like go all out with for the rest of your life, I think that's stupid. And I think that, you know, if I would have been given the option to like start, you know, drumming or something at a like, you know, 8th or 9th grade, I would have done that, you know. One, you know, to like get a class that's not just like a science math type of class, you know, but also to like, you know, give me a skill that I would hopefully use. Because now I'm like, man, even if I started drumming and learned how to drum, like what would I do with it? How would I use it? Would I just be doing it by myself in my bedroom all the time? Like, you know? So like, I feel like I did miss out on not only learning how to play an instrument, but also getting that like group band vibe type of thing, you know?
That was a fun vibe to be a part of.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Like, I had my own little jam group back in the day when I was in high school, and I miss those days so much, man. They were so much fun.
Playing with a big orchestra was fun. Like
I'm over here like they're making you go from oboe to like the big bass drum thing. I'm like, why couldn't they just have me do the bass drum? Like, what the hell, man?
Right. Well, and the only reason they use the bass drum is because they like you can't march with an oboe.
I know.
They were so scared that I was gonna fall and like impale myself through the mouth, like out the back of my head. But
Or someone stops short and you just run into him.
yeah, or,
Deep throat the elbow real quick.
stabs into my eyeball.
Everyone's like, man, Kyle didn't throw up or gag at all.
Yeah, I really liked whenever we would, what's it called when you do the blare of sound right before you're about to start playing? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you're testing out your instruments?
Yeah,
Or?
everybody does it at one time. Everybody just goes, "Bah!" Everybody just starts like, just make a huge loud noise. I always love that part for you just like quickly tune your instrument or get out some sounds, you know? Mm-hmm. But I really, really enjoyed being in band. Yeah, that's one thing I majorly have been like telling my son, like, dude, get in band. Mm-hmm. Like, I know how to read music, and I can't name one of my friends that knows how to read music.
Right.
Yeah, I cannot read music for the life of me, and I've tried learning.
Right.
I took classes to like learn it whenever I was in high school, and
So hard.
it won't process in my head.
Right. I learned it when I was in 5th grade, and I've never forgot it. Like, I could still write out with something if you want. I could still tell you like how is this played, you know? Mm-hmm. One thing that I would like to have learned at a young age is like when I was super young, be taught more patience. Just like, I know that's not like an example of what you're wanting, Connor. But
No, you're
like,
fine.
Patience, man. Like I noticed it throughout my whole life. If I would just have an ounce more of patience instead of being so triggered, or just not necessarily triggered, but just jumping at stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like not thinking before I do stuff. I can blame a lot of my life on not having patience. I mean, I have a good life. I'm not going to say I have a bad life, but a lot of things that have happened to me, if I would have just taken a second longer to process the information, have patience with somebody that's, you know, causing me strife or something like that, and actually take a second to think about something and have patience, then a lot of my problems I think wouldn't have happened. And learning that at a younger age would have made my life just exponentially better. And it's a struggle throughout my life currently. I'm always working on patience, working on patience with my friends. There's a lot of times where you guys will say something to me, and it takes everything in my bones not to go, you guys are lame and I don't like you anymore. But I would never say that to my friends. But it takes everything in my bones not to go, you guys are lame. Have a good night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, Kyle, take a second. Think about how their lives are right now. It's not just your life. Their lives are also moving at a rate that's different than your life.
Right.
Just have patience and think about something else besides how it's affecting you.
Yeah, I feel like at a young age, people tell you to be patient. They don't exactly describe how to be patient, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's definitely a mental process of like how you need to think, you know? You're putting the cart before the horse in a lot of ways, you know?
Right. And as far as a skill, I would love to have played tennis. Tennis looks like a lot of fun, and it looks like a good way to get in shape.
Hey, let me tell you about a new sport.
I am not playing
The
pickleball.
fastest growing sport.
So yeah, my wife, she actually played tennis in high school, and she, I think she went to state a few times.
Really?
Yeah, she was a really great tennis player. She had the opportunity to go to college and play, but she turned it down for some reason.
Right.
Yeah, she was a pretty good tennis player.
She ever play for fun, or she kind of give it up?
she's given up on it. But I mean, we've been like to the tennis courts a few times and played. I suck at it. I tried it. Like she told me like I swing like I'm swinging like at a baseball, because I mean it's just like a certain way you gotta swing, and it's just like a lot of technique that goes into the game of tennis.
You got to put like rotation on the ball and stuff, right?
Like it's hard. I tried. I can't get it down. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Top spin. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. I've tried it, but I can't do it.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's not like ping pong, it's a lot different.
Showing. So Eric, take it away.
Like me, I just had like a missed opportunity, I guess. And the thing like that I kind of met, like the thing like that I think about sometimes is whenever I was fresh out of college, I had an opportunity to go and play basketball. Well, I mean, to continue my career overseas. But I mean, at the time, I was tired of basketball, and my body was all beat up and banged up. I've had like, concussions, twisted ankles, and like just body was all banged up from college. And I mean, I had like a chance to go and play. I forget the league, but it was somewhere over in Europe. Could have made some pretty good money, but at the time I was just like, no, I want to do something different in my life. And I mean, I regret it, but then I don't, because the reason why I don't regret it is because I met my wife. We have 2 kids, and right now, all in all, I feel like I have a pretty good life. But I don't know. It's just I just wonder what could have been if I would have, went down that route or went down that road. Sometimes.
If only there was some way you could have had both at the same time,
Oh, yeah.
Right. You could be Dwight Howard right now playing in China.
I know, man. Dominating over there.
Yeah. You could be Jeremy Lin.
Is that where he's playing right now?
He plays in China, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You hear about Marcus Cousins going to, I think he's being signed to some team in Puerto Rico.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You can't tell me he can't play on an NBA team still.
Because I was like reading articles about it, and they were saying the only reason why they think no one has signed him is because he's a head case, man. He has a horrible attitude. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he can still play at the NBA level for sure, but it's just, I mean, you got to be able to get along with your management, your teammates. You can't be trying to fight everybody.
Right.
He's going the Kenny Powers route.
I remember all the arguments he had with George Karl back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like they were always going at each other, man.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
And George Karl just looked like such a dick.
Man, he looked just like a typical dick. He reminded me of my coach that I had at my first college I went to. Same look, man. It's just crazy.
Run you ragged. And doesn't care about your body at all.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like a lot of the older coaches were that way, but a lot of the younger coaches I'm seeing in the NBA don't seem like that,
They're like more relatable.
Right.
Just like the older coaches, it's like either my way or the highway, and we're gonna run you until you can't run no more. Yada.
Got a broken leg, you take a salt tablet.
It's crazy.
Also, I mean, I think a lot more NBA coaches need to be black. Because I mean, the league is 99% black. You need to have somebody that can sympathize.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey, I was here in this situation. I know what it takes. I'm sorry, but a lot of these white coaches, I mean, they're like video guys and stuff like that. Like,
right.
But I mean, it is getting better if you look across the league. It is starting to get better. But I do agree.
NFL is a little bit worse as far as that's concerned, but NBA,
man, yeah,
NBA is making strides.
NFL's a lot of really old owners, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Once those old owners are gone, it'll change.
You would hope. Yeah. Depends on who inherits it, or if they sell the team, or what happens with the teams.
Yeah, I just feel like the further like we keep progressing with like our generations and stuff like that, we're getting like the older generations that like grew up on racism and stuff like that kind of out the window.
Right.
And I feel like it's shrinking down. Racism's still there. But
it's getting better.
We've cut a lot of the sharp edges off of it, I think.
Hopefully.
Good.
Yeah.
So what do you think you missed out on in life?
Man. Man, when you guys were talking about band, I was like, man, I would have loved to get on that. So maybe, I could have learned to read music, but also I wanted to be part of an orchestra. So
I'm surprised you didn't do band.
My parents just didn't they didn't want to buy an instrument and all that. So
Well,
and the instrument I wanted to play was drums. So they immediately heard that and was like, "Nah, you're not going to be playing a drum around the house."
Well, don't worry. They were filled up on drums. They didn't want any more drummers, so I can tell you that.
especially in the O show.
Yeah.
But one of the things I would have loved to learn is just to learn some kind of brass instrument, man. I love brass instruments, but I cannot play one for the life of me. I just can't get it to actually make the sound.
Like a trumpet or a French horn or a tuba or
Yeah, all those. I love them. I don't know. I love orchestra music in general, man. Like the more that I've gotten like into movies, into like movie scores and stuff, it's like, dude, I really dig orchestra music now. I watched like a whole John Williams concert the other day.
My thing with the brass instruments, I always thought there's got to be so much spit and saliva inside.
Yeah, no doubt.
I had a lot. I would have a lot of spit inside my oboe, but I cleaned it out quite often. But I'd see some of those trombone players because they have a spit slide or whatever that they have to clean out. And like I remember always seeing that like this is fucking
That's
gross, dude.
disgusting.
This is disgusting. Yeah. Same thing with like I was gonna say a flute, but I don't know. I don't know if that's really the case.
I don't know if they necessarily drool into theirs.
Right.
I just really badly wish I could play every instrument, not like masterfully, but like, yo, Jackson, take that flute and play the Shire music. And I'm like, all right, I'll give you some Shire, but
That'd be sweet.
Jackson, play this pan flute.
yeah.
Play this piccolo, Jackson.
All right, here's the piccolo, and you're gonna listen to Wonderwall.
I said maybe. So Connor, what was your next topic?
Oh yeah. You guys remember? I don't know. Growing up, we were always told how important cursive was. It was always like, oh, you got to work on your cursive. You're going to use it every day, all the time. Your whole life is going to be cursive. And then there was also typing class, and they're also saying, hey, this is the future. This is what you'll be doing every day. So we're here to say, what is it? What's really going on? Cursive or typing?
Definitely typing.
What won out?
Well, I consider Mavis Beacon my second mom.
That shit was fun, man.
So,
Mavis Beacon was dope.
did you have Mavis Beacon at your school?
What is that?
In typing class, there was like a lot of typing games.
Oh yeah, I think ours was called like microtype or something. I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah, microtype.
Ours was called Mavis Beacon, and it would be like 6 different games that would be like, all right, you got to type this word. And I remember one of them was like a space like ship
yeah.
game.
One
was
of
one
them
of
was,
them.
driving a car down
Driving
the
a
highway.
car, yeah.
Another one was like like food. I know it had something to do with food.
Oh yeah,
Like cooking.
see, you know what? Like I think like, our programs were like the same. They were just like called like different things. Because I remember all those games too. Honestly,
It's so crazy. And I used to always remember thinking like I'm chicken pecking right now and I'm dominating. Like, like I can't imagine how the other kids are doing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would always do pretty good until like I get to the level on Mavis Beacon where it's like, all right, we're gonna start throwing semicolons and shit at you.
Yeah.
Once they started throwing semicolons, it was like, nah, I'm done with
Yeah, as
this.
soon as I started throwing semicolons my way, I was like, all right, man, like whatever job I get ain't gonna be dealing with semicolons.
I've never hit a semicolon even once.
I started to get upset whenever like you have to start trying to reach for numbers. I'm
Yeah.
like, why is this in typing? Like, why am I going to hit a number? Like, yeah. That whole interaction with the keyboard in class at a young age, I think it was more beneficial to me overall than cursive.
yeah.
Because like I didn't even use cursive all the way through school. Like I dropped cursive in like 9th or 10th grade.
I didn't even teach cursive in my school. I can't even write in cursive, honestly.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I can't even write in cursive.
it's useless. I'll tell you.
It truly is.
I can read it, but I can't write it.
I love writing in cursive. Like I've worked on my cursive to like try to get like script like, So
Cursive is beautiful. I will agree with that, but if you try to write in cursive while taking notes down in like a science class, you will not be able to read that thing. You know, it happened to me several times where I'm like, dude, I can't even read my own notes. You know,
I definitely write faster in cursive than I do.
that's
just
why I would
regular
write my notes in cursive because I could write faster, but I couldn't read it.
Yeah. I tried reading your writing whenever we were doing the cooking show, or we were trying to do a cooking show.
Yeah, and that was print, man.
Do you remember Connor? Just lost it.
Something writing stuff down back in the day.
Yeah.
Good story, Kyle. I remember.
I
Yeah.
had it in my head until Jackson started talking to Giz.
Did they?
it's
You
gonna
guys remember like cleaning the little headphones off with the alcohol wipes as a kid?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Was that because kids had lice?
I think it's just because earwax gets on those things and you
Yeah.
want to get
Okay.
that earwax off there.
Okay.
I mean, I see how my son's ears look, and they're just like covered in earwax. I can't even imagine. You know,
Yeah.
hundreds of kids going through there every day.
Oh yeah, man. Airwax everywhere.
I'm not gonna lie. I rarely use those alcohol things on the headphones.
I used it every time. I'm like, I don't know who had this thing on.
I just looked at the headphones. I was like,
They're fine.
they don't look dirty. Fuck it.
Yeah, I thought there was like germs on them. I thought there was like invisible germs I had to clean
That's
off.
what I thought they were for. And I always had the George Carlin part in my head. I was like, if germs exist, they're in my biome and they're making me strong. So
All right, fair enough.
I kind of like looked at it. I was like, man, if something falls on the floor, depending on how dirty the floor is, but if it's like a clean floor, if something falls on the floor, I'll pick it up and eat it still. Like, who gives a fuck?
Did you have a 5-second rule back in the day?
I just had it.
Or-
if it fell to the floor, pick it back up. And
The no second
depending on
rule.
where it dropped, sometimes it would fall into like the corner of the kitchen floor where it'd be like, that's a dirty corner right there. We haven't mopped or anything for like 2 weeks, so maybe not that corner.
Yeah.
Don't eat the fry from that corner.
All right, that's it for my topics this week.
Nice. Jackson, you got anything you want to talk about this week?
Bruh, I had something in my head and I completely forgot what it was. And I've been thinking like the past 5 minutes, like, dude, what was it?
Oh man,
I should have put it in the Discord yesterday, but I didn't.
Yeah, gotta write it down, man.
Yeah. That's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. But you know what? I'll just pull a random hypothetical question from the internet real quick. You want to do that? I'm looking at one right now. I'll just pull one.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Here's one. If you could put wings on any species of animal, what would it be? What would be the new flying animal we would have?
Snakes.
Crap.
I was about to say
Oh no.
I want to see flying snakes.
Those are dragons. Well, I'm good.
The
Terrified of
basilisk.
snakes, man.
I think a cute little dog with some wings, like a little chihuahua. Jack.
Fuck that. I'd be skeet shooting every day if it was flying chihuahuas.
Imagine a Rottweiler coming after you like that though, like a flying Rottweiler.
Dude,
Face
pecking
height.
at your head, just like
Yeah. No, thank you.
Being a mailman all of a sudden becomes like a whole new job all of a sudden.
a war zone out there.
I'd like to see.
Carrying a sickle.
I'd like to see a camel with wings.
That'd be
Camel
cool.
with wings.
That'd be sweet.
Smoking cigs.
Yeah. Joe Camel. Yeah.
Some
Joe,
sunglasses on.
Joe Cool.
Wearing some kind of floral shirt.
And a leather jacket. Yeah.
Man, Joe Camel was the shit, man.
Yeah. Too bad people had to die for his crimes.
For being so cool, man.
You got one, Eric?
I think a kangaroo would be kind of dope. A flying kangaroo.
That
That'd be
would
sweet.
be dope.
Yeah.
I could see it flying, man.
Flying Joey coming at you, man.
Just throwing Joey bombs.
Just think of that thing flying by and just whacking you with its tail, man.
All
man.
I'm thinking of is like the scary animals that I could put wings on. Crocodiles.
Oh.
Like,
Sharks.
like what would be like if you could just like if you were to look up in the sky, what would be like the worst thing to see like 30 of them just flying towards you from a distance? Like bomber
gorilla.
planes over Hiroshima.
Crocodiles are pretty high on that list.
Gorilla.
Yeah, dude. No, thank you.
That'd be scary, dude.
Oh my god.
Because they could just tear through you.
Gorillas
man.
are already the scariest things out there. Them silverback gorillas. Fuck.
Ooh, I couldn't stand a chance.
You see those videos of them storming like a glass divider
yes.
at a zoo, and it's just like,
If that thing breaks,
damn.
everybody on the other side of that glass are dead.
Oh yeah,
There's nothing you
easily.
can do.
They get to that glass within a second. It's like, boom, that's the glass. It's like, wow.
Like I wouldn't
insane.
know what to do if a silverback was coming. I mean, wouldn't be anything you could do.
No. You ever see that video
Play
online
dead.
of there's a bunch of people and they're just, it's like one of those things in Africa where you're like, we're going to go see the gorillas.
Safari
you know?
something?
Yeah, it's like a safari thing. And all these people are just sitting there and they're watching these gorillas go by. And then the silverback walks by and he looks at all of them. And he just grabs one of them by the leg and starts dragging him across. He lets him go, but the guy just lets him drag him.
It's like nothing you
He's
can
like,
do.
I'm not fighting this. He's like, if I fight this,
It's
I'm
gonna make
dead.
it worse. Yeah, he's gonna
But he
get
just he
aggressive.
drags him about 6 feet and then lets go of him. And he like looks back at the camera. He's like, I bet he shit his pants right there.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
Would've.
I would have too.
might lose a leg or your life, man. At that point, holy crap.
That being said, there's probably nothing on the planet cuter than a baby gorilla.
Right.
Oh man, nothing cuter on the planet than a baby gorilla. Maybe a baby red panda, but
Yeah, I was about to say panda.
baby monkeys in general are just the cutest thing, dude.
All right, so now we were going scary. Let's go with the best, like majestic thing. Say a whale with wings, kind of like the windfish from Legend of Zelda:
God,
Link to the Past.
I'm sorry,
or,
I gotta
Link's Awakening.
add one. Wings to the lion, man.
That's the
Make a
same
Gryffindor.
Yeah,
Seeing a Gryffindor would be so tight, dude.
yeah.
Tight.
Why are you calling it a Gryffindor?
Isn't that what it's called?
It's a griffin.
Griffin. Yeah, my bad. Griffin. A griffin.
50 points for Gryffindor. Majestic. I'd like to see a koala with wings.
Koala.
Yeah, it's just gonna fly to me and I give it a big hug.
Things are like vicious, aren't they?
Not to me.
Because it's old crusty chlamydia eyes and it's got
Rub all that sleep all over me.
Oh man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was a good topic, Jack.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
I made that up.
You guys want to go ahead and move into Yo Dude? Check this out.
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
All right, let's do it.
Yo, dude. Hey, yo, what's up? Check this out. Yo, dude.
So, Yo Dude, check this out. So, great white sharks, you know of them?
I've heard of them.
They're not technically apex predators
Okay.
because they are preyed upon by the orca.
Okay. So they're like
So the orca is the apex predator,
Right.
And great whites are not.
they're a step down
And dolphins kill orcas. So
in
it's
packs.
real. There's a circle that's going on here.
Yeah. Of life.
There you go.
Yeah.
Circle of life.
All right.
Why do they call them great white sharks? And how come there's no great black sharks?
Or great gray sharks.
Where are the great Mexican sharks?
Right, racism at it again.
Yep. In the animal kingdom. Yeah.
It's not right.
All right, yo, dude, check this out. They're trying to rebrand carp as Kopi to try to get more people to eat carp, and that's supposed to be a play on word for the word copious. So,
Like fish?
yeah, the fish carp. Yeah. Apparently, this has worked with other fish. There's a fish called orange ruffy, originally known as slime head, and then Chilean sea bass was known as Patagon toothfish.
I
And
bet you no one would eat the Chilean sea bass because it was like, dude, I don't want bass and chili.
chili and sea bass, man, come on.
Sounds awful.
Wow.
And then also peaky toe crab was once known as mud crab. So just I guess they're trying to rebrand it to make it sound more appealing.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been offered carp, but I'd eat carp if it was
I'll
offered.
eat any fish.
Would you eat a gar?
Oh no.
I'd eat a Garth. I don't know about Gar.
Connor says, I'll eat a Garth. I all of a sudden just got a freaking vision in my head of Garth Brooks in concert. All my friends in lower plate. Then Connor starts eating it.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, yo, dude, check this out. In 2018, a Missouri deer hunter convicted of poaching hundreds of deer was forced to watch the animated film Bambi once a month during the duration of his 1-year prison sentence. That's a weird thing to be part of your prison sentence.
That's crazy.
Really
You
is.
will have to watch Bambi
It's like
once a month.
It's a teaching moment.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I feel like if you really want to drive the message into them, make them watch it 3 times a day.
That would be torture.
And take notes.
Make it,
Every time you watch it, take notes.
put a TV in his room, one that he cannot destroy, and it's just 24/7 Bambi all the time.
The audio, you can't turn off the audio.
We're trying to rehabilitate this guy, not make him go insane.
Yeah, that drive
He
me
would
crazy.
never like hunt another deer in his life.
Never. No poaching for him. Damn, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, that's a funny thing to be part of your sentence. Like, we're gonna make you watch this movie once a month, every month that you're in here.
Yep.
You think they do that with bank robbers or anything else?
No,
We're gonna make
probably
you-
not.
Deposit money in this bank.
We're gonna make you watch Reservoir Dogs.
Oh my God.
It doesn't turn out for anybody. It doesn't work out for anybody in that movie, except for what's his name, the guy with the teeth. The guy with the teeth. You know who I'm talking about.
Steve Buscemi?
Steve Buscemi, yeah.
Was he Mr. Pink?
Yeah, he's Mr. Pink.
Okay. Do you have one, Eric?
I do not.
Okay. No worries.
Who cares?
You want to show everybody your new kicks?
You get them bronze, bro.
Oh, yeah.
How much are them bronze?
Honestly, I don't even know. My wife got them for me for Christmas.
There you go. It's probably better you don't know.
Yeah.
Do they feel pretty good?
Yeah, they feel nice. I like. Yeah, they're pretty comfortable.
Did you have to get any like new insole thing or anything or no?
Straight out the box.
Hell yeah.
And what's that shoe you wear?
16.
Gosh, and I wear a 14, dude.
Oh my God.
That's insane. It's so crazy.
I'm not even going to put my foot up there.
The crazy thing is, like, man, like,
These are 11s, and there's space right here.
Cool.
probably never like age 12. Like, my foot, it was growing with my age until I turned 16, and finally stopped. It was crazy.
Has it grown at all since then?
It stopped at 16, thankfully.
Wow.
I can't even imagine, dude.
It was
An inch a year, man.
Oh yeah, it
Wow.
was terrible.
What were you doing? Like, did you have to like buy flip flops or like what was going on?
Well, no, like, ordered most of my shoes really for the most part.
Yeah.
Like
Online.
Yeah, can't really go to any stores anywhere and find like a 16. I think like the highest they carry is like a 14.
Yeah.
Most places, and I was like, I wish my foot would have stopped growing to 14 because it's like the perfect size. Like if you're like a bigger guy, but
Oh, it's perfect size.
Oh,
No. It still sucks. It still sucks.
no. But the thing is, like, you have like more options. Though, like you can sometimes get lucky and find stuff in stores.
Yeah, once in
Right.
a while. Once in a great while,
Right.
I can find a shoe in a store. But yeah, that ship has sailed for many years, man. I've been shopping online for shoes for so long, since I was in high school.
My thing is like I rarely go to a store and actually see a shoe I want. You know,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I find shoes all the time online that I want, but I never see shoes in the store that I'm like, man, that'd be a sick pair to have. But
Right.
Joe, this was like an article. I mean, it was on the news too, like a few weeks ago. It's like a kid. He was either from Iowa or Idaho. He was like, I think he was 14 years old. And he's like 6'10" with a size 24 shoe or something.
yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
He was 14 years old, and that dude was already an offensive linebacker
Yeah,
for
it was
the
a big deal,
Jaguars.
wasn't it?
Oh wow.
And he was like, he was like having trouble finding like shoes. Like he was like he had 23 or 24 size shoe. And I think they said like the Under Armour. And there's like another brand too. I forget.
Yeah,
the other brand. I don't know.
Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah, Adidas were just like, we'll make you shoes for
I
free.
think Shaq got in on that too. I think Shaq sent him like a few pairs of shoes too.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it was a big hit. It was like 6'10" and like size 23 or 24 shoe.
That kid's gonna be in the NFL or he's gonna be wrestling in the WWE.
Oh yes, either or.
Gosh.
Big massive dudes like that, they get scouted hard.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Right.
early on.
Yeah.
Like especially WWE. WWE, they send scouts to every NFL combine and stuff, and then they're looking for people that like. I don't think he's gonna make it in the NFL, but if he was in our
They start
show,
forming like sharks then at that point.
Yeah.
that's how Brock Lesnar came to be, man. They scouted him from the NFL combines and stuff. Or
Crazy.
yeah,
Well, Eric, man, once again, thanks, dude.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on it. It's a lot of fun. Like I love being on.
Nice.
Coming on again.
Heck yeah, man. We're always looking for repeat people.
Yeah. Please come back.
Please. All right. Well, it's been episode 82 of Crashing with Friends. Once again, Eric, thank you. And hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Remember to like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Do it.
And we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. I have to pee so bad.
Crashing with Friends.
Five.